to be a risk taker is to do something that you aren't comfortable with, knowing that you could fail, but still doing it anyways. And to me, being a risk taker is preparing for high school, which I'll be leaving this place, which I've been for about 10 years, which is crazy and really scary. So that's how I'm a risk taker. It's mostly just the support from my teachers and fellow students and friends and all that helps me be a risk taker.
And risk taking means you have to talk to people. You just have to talk.
Who is your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is Captain America.
Captain America? And how is Captain America a risk taker?
He just throws the shield at the bad people. It's very courageous.
To me, I think a risk taker is where you try something, but obviously if you get it wrong, it's not a big deal. It's just you'll have to try it again.
I think an inquirer is someone that thinks about the world, why do orchids need wire to stand up straight? Or how do we dream? I also think that an inquirer is someone that's interested about stuff. I'm just saying, why is there a war between Russia and Ukraine?
I think an inquirer is someone that asks questions before doing the actual action. If you want to go to the Eiffel Tower, then you ask questions on how much is it going to cost to go to the Eiffel Tower, how much is it going to be there. Ask lots of questions before you actually go there.
I think it means to ask questions and try hard to find the answer.
I think an inquirer is someone who asks questions and isn't really afraid of asking really anything.
And then is there someone that you know that resembles an inquirer?
I think Maria, because she likes to ask a lot of questions and she doesn't really care what anyone thinks on what she asks.
To me, an inquirer is someone that wants to know more information by they ask more questions to know more information.
What I think an inquirer is someone who's curious about everything and asks questions and wants to know the world around them.
Is there anyone that you can think of that is an inquirer?
Me.
How so?
Because sometimes I'm thinking about why do I dream or something.
I would say being open-minded is trying new things and listening to new ideas, or not even new ideas, just listening, being aware, trying to contribute your own thoughts while considering other people's thoughts and opinions and ideas.
Is there a person that you know that represents open-mindedness?
My parents. They always listen to me talk and listen to my ideas, even if they're silly, and listen to stuff that I talk about and I like. And I think they're pretty open-minded.
I think open-mindedness means stepping into someone else's shoes and if someone's going through a hard time, then you can support them.
Open-mindedness means to me is to just try something new and try something you've never done before and look to new ideas from new partners or new people.
Do you have any examples of someone you know or someone in general that you think is open-minded?
I think definitely probably me, because a lot of times in groups I'll say an idea, somebody else will say an idea, and I'll see how their idea goes, and if not, we can go with mine.
I think open-minded means that you have to try new things, maybe trying new foods, trying new experiences.
Do you have an example of when you were open-minded?
Probably when I was trying the scariest water slide at Adventure Island on the school field trip.
How'd that go?
Went well. Thankfully I didn't die on it, but I lived.
Are you happy you did it?
Yeah, I'm happy because I conquered a fear.
Open-mindedness to me means trying new things, and you're always being open to try new things. I never knew I had a passion to play basketball until I played it when I was 3 or 4, and then I knew I loved it. So it means to me trying new things.
A thinker is kind of like being a risk taker, but except you think stuff in your mind and that's how you know them.
A thinker is something that thinks about some things that
have to think of what they are. I think about my work.
A thinker is someone who does research and applies knowledge to real-world situations. One example when I was a thinker was when I was in 5th grade and I didn't really know what to do for a test, but I knew that I did research a week earlier. So I applied all the research knowledge that I gained and put it into my test, and I actually got a really good score. Thinking is important out of school because, like, for example, let's take relationships, for instance. When you think about what you're about to say to a family member, it really affects their emotion and how they think about you. And that's called a single story.
A thinker means that you think before you say something, because one word can hurt someone's feelings, and you opened your mind to new stuff. A thinker is where you try to think something out. You think before you say something. I think about people a lot. I think of my work sometimes. Someone who thinks deeply into things that they don't know what is gonna happen next, but they're thinking about it before they actually do it.
Do you know anyone that is a thinker?
Yes. My elf on the shelf.
A communicator is someone who understands other people and helps people and communicates what they want. They don't just say, well, I want this and I want that. They try to improve it and make improvises to help other people learn and do things that they want to too. I think my sister is a communicator because whenever we're in a fight, she tries to communicate and use our words instead of throwing things at each other.
How does communication translate to school?
I think it translates to school because we need to be communicators to let other people have a chance to do things that they didn't already get to do. So during PE, we're in a line, and whenever we have to leave and someone doesn't get to do it, the next day we'll always let that person go first so they can actually have a chance.
A communicator is someone that communicates and that listens and doesn't interrupt someone. To me, a communicator is somebody who doesn't just walk away. It's more of somebody who tells them to not do it. So if somebody does something wrong, instead of just walking away, you can tell them that you didn't like it. A communicator is someone who shares their thoughts and feelings in a kind and calm way.
Is there anyone that you know that's a communicator?
My friend, her name is Aria, and she is a very good listener. She's kind and stays calm a lot of times.
Miss Taylor, I guess. She's just a great communicator, and she is always polite to the teachers and students at the school.
Principal to me means someone, when they make a mistake or do something wrong, they're admitting to it and they're not lying about it, and they're also always on time, they're committed.
Do you have an example of anyone that you think is principled?
Helena and Ellie, because they're always, if they make a mistake, they always admit to it and they don't lie about it, but they're also very committed and driven to what they do. To me, it's having control of your emotions and knowing what's right and wrong in important situations. I think, funny enough, Miss Brown, she's the principal, and she's principled by knowing what additions to the school might be right and might be cool, but might not be necessary for the school year.
Someone with good moral ethics and they follow rules. Someone who knows what the right thing to do is for them.
Wavy's very principled.
Miss Old Crow's very principled. Not Minal.
Oh, okay.
She always knows the right thing to say and when to say it, and she is very disciplined when it comes to us and when it comes to giving other people work.
Same with Wavy.
Sure.
I am teaching you knowledgeable. Knowledgeable is doing the correct thing in your brain and being so smart. I am knowledgeable because I know math, I know science, means I know questions. Knowledgeable is that teachers can do lessons and they're smart, so they can do lessons that you know, and then you can do it again, and then when you do it again, you can do it over and over when you know how to do it.
Knowledgeable to me means like that you apply all your knowledge to tests. IB has taught me how to like not memorize things by completing like all your work. I think everyone's knowledgeable because everyone's smart in their own ways.
Teachers become smart because they have so much things in their brain that they could share it with us.
To me, caring is basically just like helping out a friend in like good times and bad and always being there for them. And like here at Country Day, like all the grades, whether you're in kindergarten, first grade, all the way to middle school, like everybody's just really caring and they just like support everyone. Like I'll just be walking down and there'll just be like a bunch of like little kids who are just like so excited to see all of like the big middle schoolers. And I think that it's really important that they don't like see us as scary, because that's just like kind of weird to me. So like I think it just kind of works like all around, whether it's the younger to the older kids or like whether they're in the same grade, just like everybody is kind of caring to everyone.
Caring means to me that if somebody falls down, you help them up and say, "Are you okay?" and get an ice pack if you're okay.
Caring is when if someone drops something, two people can help, and if someone gets hurt, you can say, "Are you okay?" and ask the teacher.
What is balanced?
Balanced is making sure everything is equal. Like for me, balanced is me doing my schoolwork and my home after school stuff. So I do my school, like my 6 classes here, and then I do Hebrew at home.
What is balanced? It's when you could eat more healthy food and then a little bit of sweets.
Balanced is so if you are working and then if snack's not available, then you go back to work, but if then it's available, then you go back to work.
And the second question is, how can you be balanced? You could also be balanced by, you could also be doing a lot of the good things and none of the bad things.
By taking a break and doing work.
What is balance?
Balance to me is like where you do a work and then you have to balance it to another work, but it's like a little harder because you're moving up to a different level, and it would be like harder and more challenging.
And how can you be balanced?
I can be balanced because I like to do one work and then I do another work, but it's a little harder because I'm moving up to a different level.
What is reflective?
Reflective is when you see someone doing something and then you copy what they do. So for example, if you saw someone helping another person with their work, and then if someone else needed help too, and then you could help them.
And how can you be reflective?
You can help someone with work or help them with almost anything. That if you see someone doing it and then you can copy them.
What is reflective?
I believe that reflective is learning and growing from your past experiences and telling yourself that like you did really good on this, but you could have grown on this, so then in future experiences you can do better and really push yourself harder.
And how can you be reflective?
I think you can be reflective by journaling about experiences, talking to your friends, and just in general trying to take like the knowledge that you have and really using that knowledge in different situations every single day.